for the third and final game from this semi-final. And away we go. Thanks for joining us on VBTV, your home of Japan volleyball, for another fabulous matchup. The team in red, Suntory Sunbirds Osaka, at home here in the Asui Arena. The reigning champions heading into a tiebreaker showdown. Winner takes all against the team in black, Wolfdogs Nagoya. And the man in black start well. Namir kills his first ball of the game, and if that is an omen for Wolfdogs, it's a good one. Not so good from Fukatsu. He has an excellent serve, Fukatsu, but on that occasion just too long. And I think these players are going to be fizzy. Any fatigue that Wolfdogs showed yesterday will surely go. Now, can they deal with Mazurski today, who hit hard and heavy from the service line in game 2? And starts exactly the same way. Mizumachi keeps it off the floor. Namir hammers it hard into Takahashi. It's defended again. Taishanadera scoops it over, and Mizumachi out of the pipe is big enough. Great leave from Shinzuki Watanabe, the libero for Wolfdogs in this rotation, patrolling this one all the way out. Two fabulous digs from Takahashi. But another man that has to go big today for Wolfdogs, Taito Mizumachi, with his first point of the game. And there's the man that controls where the ball goes in offense for Katsu. Oh, it's a great effort. Good positioning from the player who plays all the side-in volleyball in that libero position for Wolfdogs, Kenta Ichikawa. First kill then for Taishanadera. And Masaki Oya is going to keep trying to open the middle. He wants to overload down the central part of the net. Suivka's first serve of the match is passed easily, and the tip from Mizumachi defeats him. 2 points on the bounce for Mizumachi. But for Wolfdogs, it's not just about a fiery start. They've got to keep this going for the whole match. They have to stay with Suntory in terms of the quality of performance that the reigning champions will bring to the match. And so far, so good. Big from Mazurski, beautiful stab dig. And a very nice play right onto the tape for Mizumachi, who thinks he's got a piece of the block here. Suntory disagree. But disagreeing doesn't count, and I think it's Oya that had to own up to the touch. That's 3 points already for Mizumachi. Namir has just contributed the one. Yamazaki off pace again, trying to target Takahashi, which is interesting. Takahashi threads it off the arms of Namir. It's amazing when you get to a third game, you get to see these real patterns developing. Yesterday, Suntory threw just about every single serve at Mizumachi and eventually got him substituted off court. On came the captain Takahashi to do a job, and Mizumachi's getting all of it today. Oh, great touches. Great touches, but Ryota Denda continues his magnificent run. Very reliable. Here's the middle. And Denda has to be so today. Now, this is the serve that can change games. Namir Abdelaziz at the line. Tame to start with. So mixed blessings for Namir early in this match. Generally speaking, the story of the first 2 sets in each of the opening 2 games has been Suntory overpowering Wolfdogs. Then we've had the break and Wolfdogs have come back into it. Successfully so in game 1, not as successful in game 2, but they weren't far away from being in the set. Pipe attack from Tine Ernat, who remains 100% out of the back line for this season. Good set from Fukatsu. The Slovenian has to be big today. He's got to be solid if he gets any services, but more than that, any ball he's given, he's got to put away. Good lead. Oh, it's been given in. Mizumachi might have got himself an ace here, subject to a challenge if it's coming. Looked pretty good in real time, and it looks good enough for Olivier Lecard not to bother with a video challenge. 4 points for Mizumachi already. 7-4 Wolfdogs. Best start they've made to this semi-final. So error follows the ace. Ran Takahashi. A brilliant return to the SV League from Italy. Burnout tested. Gets off the floor and can't get past the mighty block of Dmitry Mazersky. He goes past 100 blocks for the season. He really has been incredible in that position, and look at that, there's no way past it. It's like hitting against a fridge freezer. Another tough serve, overpass, he's not dealt with by Renaniki. Mazersky gets another swing, he's put it out, but Namir says it's in. And a dismissive look to his coach, Olivier Lecard, to suggest challenge is obvious. Ball in or out. Lecard barking his instructions at the referees. I don't think he'll be in any mood to tolerate anything that he doesn't agree with from the refs today. Well, at the moment, Wolfdogs still hanging on to their cushion, but I think this might have gone. Score will change after the review here because he compresses it so much. That's well in. Well in. There's no debate. Second point then for Mazersky. This could be the game where we do see that direct head-to-head. It's going to be Namir versus Mazersky for top scorer. Oya has been very keen to try and share the workload. Not sure Fukatsu has that option too much today. It's a brilliant hit. It's a brilliant dig from Oya. And Swivka can do nothing but volley. Test Stender. Oh, super setting. That's down. Referee says down. Are we going to get a challenge here? I'm not sure Lecard is as keen this time. That's two brilliant defensive touches. But Namir does get his kill eventually. And Fukatsu with two sets that were very tough to save there, but he put them on a plate. And Denda does that. 11th season with Wolfdogs for Ryota Denda. Into his mid-30s now and still going strong. Diamas in the background watching on. Will he feature today? Will he feature for the rest of the season, or has Swivka managed to grab his place? Aniki defends. Swivka, the left-hander, into the antenna, off the block. And a pat on the head for the middleman for making the touch. Well, player of the match yesterday for Alexander Swivka was thoroughly deserved, and what was very obvious was that he's a big game athlete. Came into the match yesterday and just looked at home instantly. That'll do. Now, Fukatsu went to Yamazaki early yesterday and he got a good kill just like that. He then set him again and he got defended, and he didn't use him for a long, long time after that. And the wing spiker turned middle blocker gets his first point. Fukatsu, I think, can keep using him. Even on that slightly slower ball. There's the ball that works for Suntory. The pipe has been just magnificent this season. And against three blockers, Takahashi still finds the line. Second point for him. Suntory turn round the early lead. Back to the Mazersky serve. And he's ballooned it. Now that celebration from libero Shinzuki Watanabe tells you everything you need to know about Wolfdogs' focus here. He was delirious that that ball was out and Mazurski wasn't going to serve again. Key moments for Wolfdogs. Off, way off the net. What a set. I mean, you are kidding me. Masaki Oya on his knees. Watch the athleticism there. That's beautiful. He does about 50 sets sitting on a Swiss ball, an inflatable Swiss ball before the big warm-up. Oh yeah, and he does about 50 sets from that sitting position on the back set. That's one of his key warm-ups. Well, it worked there. There he goes to Yamazaki again. Yamazaki defended, but the block counter is brilliant. So Mazurski's kill on the previous ball is followed by a roof block, and is it Namir that's got all of this? Oh, it isn't. It's brilliant from Yamazaki and Mizumachi. I'm giving that to the middleman. And he serves now. They are targeting Takahashi when he's front court. And successfully so. Mizumachi has been quite brilliant so far in this match. 5 points to him. Wolfdogs Nagoya lead 12-11 at the technical timeout, but we've already got a flavour of just how hard they're going to have to play and how close to perfect they're going to have to be if they want to live with Suntory in this third semi-final. The bench, Rivan likely to get into the game at some point, and Kenta Takanashi is there if anything happens to Mizumachi's form or to Tino Una. Slightly bigger bench for Suntory. Kenji Sato used as a blocking substitute. They've got a couple of serving specialists as well, Kotaro Kai and Rui Takahashi, who've both been making an impact. Diamas can come in at any point left side. He can also come in as a server or a blocker. The options for Lakar are plentiful, not so much so for Valerio Bardavan. But it's all good at the moment for Wolfdogs. Again, off pace, short serve on Takahashi. And he gets roofed out of sight by Namir. Oh, that is a massive stop from the Dutchman. Well, he got done by Takahashi and Swivka a couple of times yesterday, and he nearly went through the net after that. He just about managed to turn it away to the bench for the celebration. 13-11, and has been the case for the last month or so. Olivier Lacar very quick on the timeout with any momentum swing or with any service run. Now, Oya's got a little bit stuck here. The short serve on Takahashi in this rotation. Takahashi's not passing it as well as he would like. Oya coming away from the net has continued to go out to the left side. And that means Takahashi versus Namir. Oya's got to find a different solution here. And the most obvious solution is their incredible effectiveness out of the pipe. The wing spiker hitting from position 6 down the middle. So keep an eye on that. Denda will know that that is probably coming. Namir will try and get in to help out, if that is what the attack is chosen. Well, he's dragged away again. He has to go to Mazurski, and Mazurski does his job, and that is his job. 7th season Suntory man has been doing this for a long time here in Japan. High, hard, and he's fortunate the two defenders get in each other's way. 4th point then for Dima, as he's known. Taishi Onodera with the serve. Good pass from Mizumachi. Yeah, the ball control from Wolfdogs is excellent at the moment. It's almost like they found a new bit of magic here with Tine Una. He was used sparingly on the pipe all season. He's been used sparingly on court, but he's been ever present in this fixture, and he's had a lot of backcourt swings. Whoa, that is huge. And Namir has come to play today, that's for sure. One of the biggest aces you'll see this season, virtually unpassable. All you can do is try and get your platform in front of the ball, and Fujinaka unsuccessful on that occasion. 3-point lead, off-pace serve is passed well. Again, Takahashi is given the ball and defended, and a freebie, absolute freebie. Hideyomi Fukatsu, take a bow. What a set. And what a start to this semi-final decider for Wolfdogs Nagoya. Second timeout called by Lekar. His team are in a bit of trouble early here. What a beautiful attack. The attack patterns for Suntory at the moment are pretty basic. They're shipping a lot of ball out left side to Takahashi, and he's not putting it away. So his efficiency is way down. And Oya, not as fluid with his distribution, and he's not picking on the middle, which is something he did a lot yesterday. Wolfdogs playing very well for the lead. 4 points up in set one. It's big again, what a pass. Takahashi gets another ball to hit, and this time gets it away. Now, did it touch the block? Namir thought it did and swung an arm at it, batted it into the crowd, but this may not have caught the blockers. Yeah, Fukatsu asking why Namir played it. Got away with one there around Takahashi. Well, Mizumachi has been the key. They've served him and he's passed everything. It's time for Suntory just to reconsider their options here. Adaptation is key in these situations, and Mizumachi at the moment is playing too well. Got shipped off court yesterday, did Mizumachi. Substituted for his captain, Kenta Takahashi, and didn't really come back again. But today, he's been an absolute firecracker. In comes Kenji Sato then. New middle blocker on court for Suntory. And another big serve, catches Swiefka. Has Mazurski missed it? He has. Oh dear. Well, after surviving a couple of early Wolfdog pushes, Suntory are not surviving this. Mizumachi and Namir are taking them to pieces at the moment, with the help of Hideyomi Fukatsu, of course, the playmaker. Well, they must have been inspired by Sting's performances against Osaka Blution. #1 seeds defeated in straight games by the #4 seeds, JTEC Sting Zaichi. So they are in the final, awaiting the winners of this one, and Wolfdogs will believe they can do this. Well, you can't keep a good man down, can you? Ran Takahashi bounces back with an ace. He hits a lot of spinners, but he's got a bit of power as well that he can utilise, and he tends to throw it in there as a surprise element. And he's beaten Watanabe easily there. Timeout called this time by Valerio Baldaman. Excellent start to this decider. He looks mean today, doesn't he, Namir? Home crowd getting behind Suntory, trying to raise the spirits a little bit here. Suntory Sunbirds finishing second, getting automatic qualification to these semi-finals, so that's what means they are the host for this semi-final game. Wolfdogs playing away from home effectively for the 3 matches. Takahashi from a sea of red serves again. Better pass from Watanabe. And is it out? Well, it's a towering spike from Denda. It's a wonderful set and a beautiful hit, with the exception that it wasn't in. That's disappointing for Wolfdogs. They can't afford to let their standards drop here. Well, now, fine pass. Good blocking. Fukatsu went back to the same man. Blockers read it. Good dig. Watanabe all over Mazerski. And Namir does the rest. How good is Namir from that sort of position? It's insane the number of kills he makes. But well played to Watanabe. What a great dig. That's a couple of very good touches from Watanabe. It's 5 points for Namir Abdulaziz, including an ace, a block, and 3 kills. There's the pipe back again. I said it a lot yesterday. And Oya has to go there more than he has done already today. Takahashi the beneficiary. The second pipe of the game for Suntory. Both of them killed by Takahashi. Oya's got to get his decision-making right today. Sato, left-handed middle blocker with the jump serve. It's a good one. That is just remarkable. Normal rules of physics do not apply to Namir Abdulaziz. It's a massive jump. And then that crazy swing across his body. And he's placed that. That's not pure power, that's finesse. Good pass, Swivka. Mazerski gets a free go. I like Mazerski on that tempo ball. That little 1.5 meter pop behind Oya works a treat. And Mazerski, for a big man, has got good feet. He gets to the ball nicely. Now, missed out last time. Important this time. Mazerski hits it hard and hits it in. He does so. Namir out of system left side. Out of court. That didn't look in real time. And that is a very good point for Suntory. Dmitry Mazerski now has to do what he did yesterday, I think. He's got to put a serving court with pressure, but he doesn't have to go for broke. And Valerio Baldovani is going to make him think about it. A convincing lead for Wolfdogs, evaporating once again. But not down to Suntory. It's down really to a couple of hitting errors here. Denda missing the court and then not able to beat the block, followed by Namir hitting out from the left side. And again, we've had so many of these impact moments in this semi-final. We've reached another one here. This is absolutely crucial for Wolfdogs that they make this. It's equally important that Mazerski hammers his serve in, and I think he's missed the line. I'm not sure that's what his team needed at that moment. Well, he's going to go to the video because he just wants to slow the game down here. I think Suntory know this is probably not going their way. Never say never where Mazerski's concerned, because he flattens the Mikasa like a pancake, like a blue and yellow pancake. And if it flattens and touches the line, it's in. I find it incredible that players in games like this can look so relaxed. Now, the benefit of this, even if it's out, the benefit is... Oh, my goodness. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, and the man who called for the challenge, the only man on court that believed that was in, was Alexander Swivka. And old Eagle Eyes takes the credit. Ace, Mazerski, 6th point of the match, 20 all, more importantly. Again, could have done with asking the question. But the high-risk serves. come with a reward, but also come with a problem if you miss them. 21-20, we're back onto a side-out game though. Earn out to serve. Suntory need to keep it tight. Swivka drags Oya away from the net again. Mazurski out of the back line. That's a lovely set. You know it's a good ball. You know that hitter and setter are in tempo when the flow to the net from the attacker is completely free. There was no check in the stride at all. He just screamed into that ball. In comes Diamas. Blocking substitution then. And the Cuban just sorting out with Takahashi and with Taishion Adera, who's going to block where? I think Diamas is going left side. He is. Takahashi comes out right side, but it's Namir versus Diamas, and it's forced through the block and down. Well, Onodera just didn't get to close that one. Doesn't get hip to hip, and there's always a gap there to work. In the end, Namir chooses line, but he could have gone anywhere. And that's a lovely dart down and very well read by Fujinaka. Just couldn't get his body under it. 7th point for Namir. But a first set that now feels very different for Wolfdogs. Yamazaki to serve. Beautiful hit. Well, Taishion Adera was a little slow to get into the game yesterday in offense. But when he did, he hit some murderous shots. That one's a stormer. And our throw of the dice at the service line from Olivier Lecar is underway. First man to be asked to do the job is Rui Takahashi. Had a good service run yesterday that helped them put set 3 away. But starts with a ball into the net today. Well, it was always going to arrive at a problem time for Suntory, and it has arrived. This is Namir's chance to put set 1 in the bag for Wolfdogs, and there are some nervous passers on the Suntory side of the net. This is a massive, massive moment again. High ball toss, hit hard, hit well. Still in play. And finally called. It's finally been called. Well, for that ball to be playable by Suntory, has to go outside the antenna. If it goes outside the antenna, you are within your rights to chase it down and try and keep it in play. If it goes through the antenna, it is Wolfdogs' ball to play. You can't get round and play it. And that's what Wolfdogs complained about immediately, that this ball went between the antenna. Namir's not happy that the lines judges haven't signalled this, so there's a big old conference going on down there. As our third official steps in, we'll get a better view. Well, it's tough, isn't it? That antenna line extends all the way to the ceiling, so it's a theoretical line. Now, it was a massive net touch from the blockers, so the point will be going Suntory's way if the referees rule that this was playable. And if it was playable, Oya has just pulled off a remarkable set. And the reason that they're taking so long over this decision is because in the context of this match, it is a big one. If that's a Namir ace, it's 2 set points. Suntory have looked a little nervy. They've not been fluid with their passing. They've not been able to really open up a regular scoring pattern. And here we go. Referee decides it is going Wolfdogs' way. And Suntory don't like it. 2 set points on the Namir serve. There should only be one outcome here. There should only be one outcome, and that is Wolfdogs leading 1-0. And Namir wants another piece of it. He wants a big piece, and Swivka's gone and shoulder checked him at the net to allow Oya his say to the referee. Well, Wolfdogs convinced, but Suntory equally convinced, and I'm not sure why I let wouldn't be allowable in that situation, but there we go. Yellow cards coming out, and it's going to be a yellow card warning for Namir. He doesn't care. Thumbs up for the referee. He doesn't care. He just wants to batter this next serve. Rivan's going to come in as a blocking substitute, probably for Fukatsu, so they'll play this next one with a blocker and no setter. And that man just is shutting himself away in the zone. Little apology to the ref now. Olivier Licard, I told you, he's taking no prisoners today. Rivan's in then. Well, you know the script. You know the script. Namir ace for the Wolfdogs set. Oh, he's at it again. He's got to watch himself here. He's on a yellow. And he's just making absolutely sure that everything has gone his team's way. This is what the big players live for. This is why they play. This is why they love playing in front of these massive crowds for moments like this. Namir then to seal the deal in set one for Wolfdogs. Read it and weep. Namir hammers it home. And Wolfdogs take set one, 25-22. The reigning champions have got their work cut out today because Namir Abdulaziz is on the rampage. Three aces in the match already for Namir. That takes serious mental toughness to be able to maintain your focus like that. That was a long delay between serves. It was a delay that saw Namir come to the net twice to remonstrate with the referee, get a yellow card, and then take himself back into the serving zone for another thunderous ace. Serious concerns for Suntory because Wolfdogs have come to play today and the components that need to work are working. Mizumachi's been brilliant, Earnout has been solid, but Namir has been virtually untouchable. Well, there's a phrase that the Australian sports fraternity like to use, having fun and getting the job done. And that's exactly what Wolfdogs are doing right now. And in game three, Sunbirds are going to have to rise from the ashes of getting burnt down by Namir in set number one, but it wasn't all him. It was a good all-round performance from Wolfdogs Nagoya. And it is game on in the Asui Arena, that's for sure. I don't think the 3-0 defeat yesterday was a problem for Wolfdogs. Yes, it was annoying that they couldn't capitalise on the chances they had from game one, but they didn't give a huge amount of physical effort across 5 sets to still lose it. So I think Namir, Earnout, Mizumachi, who didn't play a lot yesterday, still fresh and certainly charged up for this one. What a game. Away we go with set number 2. Hideyomi Fukatsu serves for Wolfdogs Nagoya in the black, who lead this match by a 7-0. It's madness, I tell you. They've got Tineun out blocking middle. They've got the manufactured middle, Yamazaki, now playing back in his regular position, but he gets blocked. And Kenji Sato, who came on for Renoniki midway through that first set, remains out there on court and gets himself a block to start things off. So the left-handed middleman will probably stay out on the floor for a while longer. First point, Suntory. But they've got their hands full today with a certain Namir Abdelaziz on the other side of the net. Good hands. Good coverage of the court. Oh, bumps it for Mazersky. He hits it well, but Fukatsu defends. And Namir thrashes it out. He's not made a lot of mistakes, Namir, in this game. Just the one in set 1. He was brilliant other than that. But here, he feels, although he's hit it out of play, he feels that the Suntory blockers have touched the net. So we're going to the video pretty early. And that was fun watching 36-year-old Tineun out running an A quick, and they've got a net touch. That's a good spot from Namir. That is a very good spot. It doesn't go down as his point, but the Wolfdogs won't complain. Kenji Sato, a little too keen on that occasion. Well, Oya does like Sato. They do play well together, but he doesn't put the first one away. Good defense from Oya down the line. Mazersky front court left side, just chops it. Fukatsu defends, and Namir forces it through but out. And a quick apology to the rest of his teammates for spurning the chance. So that's 2 back-to-back hitting errors from Namir. He's not going to get the benefit of a net fault this time. Takahashi and Swivka not passing as well as they would like at the moment. It's taking Oya's options away from him. Thunderous. Man of the moment right now alongside Namir is Taito Mizumachi. It's a beautiful line swing. Got one of the quickest arms in the SV League, Mizumachi. It really is a blur when he swings. Yamazaki. Off the net. Oya gets hold of it. Mazersky turns setter, and Swivka chops it into the angle. That's a rather nice hit from the Polish superstar. Only his second point though, and he's had no pipe attacks. He's being underused at the moment by Oya. Sato with a lot of crowd support behind him. Fukatsu dragged away from the line again. Gives the blockers a chance, and Taishi Onodera continues a theme from yesterday, stopping Namir. And that's big. So that's 3 times they've gone to Namir in a row. He's missed them. Couple of hitting errors, one into the block, and only the net fault saved Wolfdogs last time out. And Mizumachi's now roofed. That's gone straight into his socks from Dmitry Mazurski. Well, set one has woken up the Sunbirds, and they're flying now. Second monster block of the game for Big Dimmer. Kenji Sato goes again, this time into the net, but it's a good serving run. That's helped Suntory's momentum. And Olivier Lecar grateful. We're back to the serve that can change everything. Got to be the highest ball toss in world volleyball. And that is a useful power tip finish. Swivka gets rid of the Namir problem on this rotation anyway. It'll come round again. Good work. Oh yeah, I think we'll start using Swivka a bit more in this set. Namir's serve, followed by Mazurski, gets that all wrong. Well, when it's good, it's as good as Namir, but it's been inconsistent this season, the serving of Dmitry Mazurski. Still got over 70 aces, so not that inconsistent, but by his own high standards in big matches, he's not always been there. Mizumachi can't provide anything from the line this time. Now, fiery start from Mizumachi. He's on 8 points already. Only scored 3 yesterday before he was subbed off. So massive improvement from him today. But he's got to keep it going. Wolfdogs have to keep it going. And the power tip return from Tino now. It's just as effective as Swivka a few minutes ago. Knew who was down the line defending. It's not to say that Mazurski hasn't had his fair share of pickups this season. He's been good. Low to the floor, but he was beaten easily there. It's the tip contest right now. Tip fest. Takahashi, the latest man. He runs so quick on that tempo that if the ball isn't in the window, it's behind him a lot of the time. But he makes it. Oh yeah, mustn't get stuck in that left side setting zone again. Good dig from Onodera. Off pace is nice. Save. It's coming over as a free ball. Sato gives it high. Swivka out of the back line. Well defended, Wolfdogs. And brilliant from Namir. Now, here's another serve that you have to pay attention to. Fukatsu can cause problems. Nice pass. Swivka nails it. And there's the options for Fukatsu with a blinding dig on Mazurski. Takahashi's everywhere. And he can't do anything with it. Oh, Namir can, but Mazurski defends him. Fantastic distribution from Hideyoma Fukatsu. In the middle of that mayhem, that chaos, Wolfdogs calm it down, and the setter, Fukatsu, finds a dream ball out to Mizumachi. Beautiful handling. Mizumachi's on his way to double figures. He's got 9 points, just like Namir. Another great pass. Another ball out wide to Takahashi. This one he manages to take off the fingertips of the blockers. There are a few alarm bells ringing here for Suntory. They cannot afford to take the foot off the gas. Crowd know it. Crowd getting right behind them here, and that's a stinker from Oya. It's a double whammy because you've got the best blocker in the league, Dmitry Mazerski, waiting at the net, and you don't give him a chance to function. Not that it would have necessarily gone out to his side, but you've got to ask questions. Run out, game face on. Good serve. Wow. I mean, just wow. Look at this hit. That is a line shot. Takahashi has bounced it. He serves. Lovely pass from Urnal. Namir, high and hard. No one's stopping him today in those positions. First man to double figures then is Namir Abdelaziz. He's on 10. Played everywhere. Arrived in Japan for his first season here with Wolfdogs to replace former captain Bartosz Kurek of Poland. Played in Turkey. He's played in Iran, Italy and Poland. And that's why he's capable of dealing with these situations. And he's a little frustrated there that that ball wasn't defended, but that's that relationship, Oya to the lefty. And Kenji Sato puts it away with some style, even though that block was pretty well set. Sato to serve. He's had a good run in this set already from the baseline. And that's a good serve. Well passed. But the block is excellent, and that's going to be called as a lift or a double touch. Either way, referee had options there. He's gone for the double. And Suntory get themselves back to a 3-point lead. Olivier Lecar says thank you to Kenji Sato for that last serve. Technical timeout then is a good one here for Suntory. He's a mercurial personality, is Olivier Lecar. And it always looks to me like the translator for Suntory is of a similar disposition, and I think that it just allows him to bring some of the flavour of those timeouts across to the players when he translates for Olivier. And some of those nuances, therefore, are not lost on the players. You often see them smiling at something Lecar has said via the translator. Stuff that makes us smile. 3-point lead then, restored for Suntory. Kenji Sato to serve again. Good serve. Put it in. And put it in and gave the blockers a chance. Taishi Onodera. He's just reminding us of his international quality. Long-time starter for the Japan national squad. But not available now for new coach Laurent Tilly. He was not the happiest of men yesterday after his team Osaka Blue Tion crashed out of the championships to Stings. Another good serve. And the recycle. Fukatsu goes back to Namir, no surprises, and the block knew it. That's a great read. And Swivka sparks a lap of honour from the subs. Well, he got him twice yesterday, Alexander Swivka, and he's got Namir again there. Another little indication of the class that Swivka brings to this Suntory team when he steps out onto the floor. Baldavan's second timeout. It might be his first, actually. My apologies. Well, it's a reflection of how the semi-final has gone so far. Wolfdogs taking game one. Well, they've taken set one in this decider, but it looks highly likely Suntory are going to level things up at the break. And that's the first time we've been in this position. First two matches, Suntory were 2 sets up each time we went to the 10-minute recess. I wonder how that changes the psychology of the players when they go to the break. We'll be finding out in around about 10 minutes' time, I would imagine. Suntory should be able to knock this off pretty quickly from here. Especially with blocking like that, that's huge. And that's even better. Taishi Onodera is on a run here. 7 points yesterday, he's on 5 already, including 3 monster blocks. And all that early promise from Mizumachi has evaporated for the moment. In comes captain Kenta Takanashi, exactly as he did yesterday for Mizumachi. So he's on to try and stabilise the pass. But Valeria Baldovan knows things have changed quite dramatically here. Once again, Mazerski gets his hands on the ball. Free set, fireworks coming here. No, misconnect. Well, it's still a kill for Mazerski. Not the most pleasant one he's going to get, but he set the whole thing up with the initial block. And there we go, Baldovan did have another timeout up his sleeve. Well, how fantastically poised is this match going to be when we return from the break? Suntory putting themselves back in the driving seat, but that 10-minute pause does allow Wolfdogs to reset, which they did very nicely in game 1, and they did pretty well in game 2. They were leading for large parts of set 3. And really did have a chance of getting into the match, but Suntory played well to resist. It's a vast arena, this 10,000 seater Asui Arena. It's a special place. And Japan has a lot of excellent venues, so they can accommodate these massive crowds that turn out for volleyball in the SV League. Good dig. Oh, that would have been defended. Oh yeah, had a go at it and stopped the ball getting to the players that could have made a difference. Namir sneaks a kill. Nothing more. 6-point lead though. Even his serve surely can't overpower that. And he's going to give it a go, but the net slows it down. Swidka can't put it away. Defended, beautifully done. Mazerski out of system, can't get it down. Earnout pirouettes to dig, and then from the floor, Mazerski makes the play, and it's all got very messy down there. Can Dimitri sort it out? No. Brilliant dig from Ichikawa. Namir to kill it. There you go. Wolfdogs not going down in set 2 without a scrap. What a rally. Suntory had a few of these in the last 3 sets in game 1 where they had multiple opportunities to kill the ball but couldn't do it. Wolfdogs benefited. But the crowd are trying to give Namir the bird here, which is quite unusual in Japan, but they're trying to cause him some problems. But his focus is just insane. What a serve. Might be facial egg time for the commentator, because Namir is setting about demolishing this Suntory lead. Fujinaka beaten again by another missile from Namir. 4 aces and counting, 13 points in the match. Sensible call from Olivier Lecar. Unfortunately for him, he's got some timeouts up his sleeve to use. It rarely works against Namir though. ability to go back into his pre-serve routine and essentially nullify the timeout is very good indeed. Wow, to have that much power and control at your disposal. 4 points now to find, reduced from 6. Namir to go again. Good hit. Fujinaka, great pass. And Mazurski's whacked it out of play. The set was a little high for him. I think we can go there with our regular phrase again. There's always room for drama in the SV League. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. The passers think this is out. It's miles in. Surely that is way in, and they're not going to even look at that on the video. It's just another timeout. 5th ace for Namir. It is an unbelievable piece of volleyball. Bang on the line. Cutting between Takahashi and Swivka like a knife through butter. Goodness me. Well, the scrap to win that first point in his service run is paying massive dividends here, because the subsequent 3 points have been no contest. Namir's won them easily. Once again forced just to take a break, take a breather, but the pre-shot routine is underway again. Who's he going to be able to hit this time? Oh, Fujinaka recovers from the floor. Takahashi got it, but it's a free ball. That's good work. Swivka takes the setter out of play. Namir has to hit, and he has to hit off broken play and a bump set, and there's nothing this man can't do. He's gone to 15 points. He has been almost solely responsible for this points run, and a 6-point lead for Suntory has disappeared thanks to Namir's utter brilliance. It is without doubt one of the best service runs we've seen this season, and they can make it even better here. Namir, he's blocked by Swivka. What a time to come up with that play. Oh, that is a massive save from Suntory and Swivka. Second block of the game for Alexander, and he threw everything at that. Just got a piece of it, and it was just enough. 5 points for him, 2 blocks on Namir for Swivka as Mazurski goes to work, and he finds the ace, and now it's Suntory's turn to fire it up. Double figures for Dmitry Mazurski as he beats Watanabe. Well, Namir wanted to pass that ball. He's a little annoyed with Watanabe that he got in his way. 3-point lead restored. Another good hit. Watanabe passes it beautifully out of the pipe. Tina Earnout with a free net, basically. He had to reach for it, but here's the experience of the man. Knew what he had to do, and he's done it perfectly. 4 points, 2 pipe kills for Earnout in this match. He remains 100% out of the back line. Now, this is a big, big serve. Mizumachi has been brought back onto court. So Captain Takanashi returns. This serve is effective. It's tough to pass. Oh, wow. And made even tougher by the deflection. Completely wrong foots the passing lineup. And this contest continues to entertain. Suntory once again reduced to a single-point lead. Can Mizumachi get this serve away clean? He can. Brilliant. What a pass. Oh, defended. Chance to go level. Fukatsu goes wide to Earnout. And Earnout is blocked. Well, he thinks Ichikawa should have got there. But the libero is lobbed. Was that the opportunity to go back to Namir? Fukatsu deciding Earnout can get the job done, but Taishi Onodera's blocking today has been exemplary. Suntory save again. Aniki is brought in as a point blocker. No setter on court then for Suntory. Earnout charged with the responsibility again of killing the ball. He's nailed it. He's absolutely nailed it. Cross court for 5 points then. Playmaker Oya comes back in. And once again, he has to get it right. Fukatsu leaves. Rivan comes in as a blocking replacement. So it's Wolfdogs' turn to play with no setter. They're very good here in the SV League at agreeing who's doing what and who's taking responsibility. I think Earnout's going to step into the middle again. And the veteran Slovenian changing positions very late in his career. On this rotation anyway. Denda goes short, good serve. And a standing start from Takahashi is brilliant. And there's the little bit of inexperience from Akito Yamazaki in that position. It wasn't Earnout that ended up there. It was Yamazaki, and he didn't close the net. Takahashi takes his team back out to a 2-point lead as brother Rui comes into the action. Well, into the net on his first visit. Equally important, second time around, this to preserve the lead, maybe extend it. Off the net though, easily passed by Mizumachi. And Namir brought back into things. A timely return from Namir. Honestly, when he knows the gap is there, when he knows what is open, he just jackknifes on it and gives it everything he's got. Massive point again. Fukatsu comes back on and goes to the service line. Namir into the front court. Gotta go to Mazerski. He does so, and Namir gets hit on the deflection from Earnout's block. Mazerski's got his kill. Good set, good option from Oya, and good tempo. I like that. I like that pace on the set to Dmitry Mazerski. Oya into play. Very good pass from Yamazaki. Earnout just imperious. Oh, how good has he been in this semi-final? Tino Earnout has been wonderful to watch. Wolfdogs are causing Suntory serious problems today. Great ball. Oh, it's too high again from Oya. Oh, and the hitters are having to wait for this ball, and the blockers are getting organised. Namir has roofed Mazerski. (21-all). Suntory's 6-point lead is gone. And they are going to be in deep trouble very soon if they don't side this out of system. Mazerski against 3 blockers, beats them, but Earnout defends. Fukatsu gets it into a hittable zone, and Namir with one of the shots of the day. How did he find that? Only Namir knows. And probably only Namir and that man can do that kind of thing in this league. That's a stunning play. And Namir is on everyone's case. He really means business today. This is just brilliant from Wolfdogs Nagoya. Suntory should have this over the line already. They should be back in the dressing room for the break. But instead, they find themselves in another real battle. 22 all. Ran Takahashi back to the line. Can he find another tricky spinning serve? Off the net, passed very well. It's glorious. It is absolutely glorious. And Fukatsu knows where he needs to go right now, but he's still managing to disguise it. All of which is possible because the pass from Watanabe was a dime. Takahashi's got that look on his face again. He knows that his team are struggling here. Namir might get back to the service line as well. That could be the end of things. What a brave set. Gets away with it. Then goes to Mazerski, and Mazerski has a gap this time to work with. So good attacking play from Oya, but a certain amount of fortune involved in the fact that Mazerski did get a second go after Sato didn't put the first away. Suntory playing catch-up now then. We are into a critical phase of this semi-final. The way the rotations are breaking down here, it's perfect for Wolfdogs Nagoya. Namir favourite to get this ball from Fukatsu, which again creates a diversion. Who's going to stack where? Mazerski might fancy tracking across, or is Swievka going? No, Swievka's going to stay left side. And it is him against Swievka, and Swievka wins the contest. And unfortunately, 2 touches given against Fukatsu. What a time for Wolfdogs to fluff their lines. Oh dear. One of the biggest points of the fixture. And Fukatsu's mishandled. Tension getting into the fingertips of the Wolfdogs setter. Set point arrives. Kenji Sato again puts it in play. Aces! And Suntory win the set, but not without an almighty struggle. 25-23. We are 1 set all. Set 2. They've levelled things despite that scare from Namir at the service line. And now we go again. It is 1-1 in this tiebreaker, winner-takes-all race to 3. In the black, Wolfdogs Nagoya away from home here in the Asui Arena are really giving it everything in this final game. Place in the championship final against JTEC Sting Zaichi up for grabs. And Namir adds a 15th point to his tally today with another tremendous kill after setting of Hideyomi Fukatsu. Suntory have to resist. They are under pressure here. Mazerski passes. It's not a bad pass either. Swievka hammers. Well, that's a bizarre one. That is a bizarre one. Wolfdogs have got the point as Swievka shoves it in the net. And remember, Lakar has the option of Diamas to come on left side. That could be another twist to the tail. And Mazerski suggesting the ball was played comfortably in airspace that belongs to Suntory. Mizumachi, I think it was, that Mazerski believes was the offender. Referee is having none of it. He's had a few big calls to make in this game. And this is a big start for Wolfdogs, coming out of the dressing rooms and straight into a 2-0 lead. Not quite recoverable by Mizumachi, but they're getting good touches here on Mazerski. They're putting up a decent block. They're reading the attacks well from Oya. And they are forcing Suntory out of their comfort zone quite a bit. Here's the hero of set 2 for Suntory though, Kenji Sato with the left-handed jump serve. Hit the ace. Oh, save, but not in play still. How good has this man been at the service line? It's unreal. Ace number 2 for Kenji Sato in his 3 points so far. Not bad from a middle blocker, eh? Little short one on Mizumachi. Gets the return ball, smacks it out of play. No touch on the block, but we are going to get a video challenge because Mizumachi is convinced this caught a piece of the blockers. Now, are the blockers going to fess up? Green card on offer if the blocker confesses to the touch, but of course, if they didn't touch it, nobody's confessed just yet, so that would mean the likelihood is this will be Suntory's point, unless of course the blockers are not interested in the green card, just delaying things. What an atmosphere in front of this gigantic crowd, and there we go, little tickle on the thumb of Dmitry Mazersky as it flies past. That's a good spot from Mizumachi. He was convinced all the way. Not all of us were. He's done a great job today. Taito Mizumachi on 11 points now. And here comes the problem again. No problem this time. Namir into the net. He can't be a world beater every time. He's not far off, but he's not a machine. Mazersky to go at it. His serve will follow Namir's in this set every time. Out of system play, long way off the tape. Well dug by Takahashi, and well finished. No, not finished by Suivka, but that is no circus tricks this time from Ran Takahashi. See ball, hit ball, and hit ball very, very hard. Super finish from him. And set 3 has started as this match has continued. It's really entertaining stuff. Suntory nudge back into the lead. Love the chest bump between Lakar and Takahashi. That's a sign of players and coaches working in harmony. Mazersky again. Net slows it down. Earnout gets a free net. And while he's not 100% anymore out of the pipe, he did get blocked once in that last set. He's not bad. I mean, if you give players of this quality no blockers, they'll punish you. Earnout, like Mizumachi, providing excellent support for Namir, and Fukatsu still getting most of his attacking sets right. Just that one problem when it really mattered in the last set. Good serve, Mizumachi, well sorted out. Oh, and Takahashi stays for a little look after that one. And he means business. Great pass, Suivka. Great pipe attack from Takahashi. And there we go. I think Oya's getting into some rhythm now. Suivka to serve. Crowd loving this. Oh, terrific stuff from Denda. Not been used a huge amount in this match, and not been used since missing the core and then getting blocked on the subsequent play. But Fukatsu has to keep trying to go back there. He's got to try and keep opening up the middle part of the net if he can. 5 apiece. Wolfdogs veteran to serve. Denda into court. Short again on Takahashi. Couple of pipes in a row. Swivka this time supplies the finish. That's his first pipe of the game. And a clear indication that Oya has managed to get back into the rhythm of getting that scoreboard turning over. Taishionadera, his name screamed by the crowd, but can't deliver what they were after. So one change so far for Suntory. They've taken off Renaniki, who's been replaced by the left-hander Kenji Sato. And one change for Wolfdogs has been reversed, so Takanashi came in, but Mizumachi's back out there. Good hands. Good hands from Yamazaki to get something on that ball, but it's strong enough from Mazurski to finally get it down to the floor. 14 points and counting for him. Namir's on 15. Been a little quiet in this third set at the moment, Namir. Good read. Blockers knew where that was going, but Mizumachi was up to the task. Been so impressed with him today, and this is by far his biggest score tally of the semi-final series. Lovely technique, lovely arm swing. Another one off the net from Ernau. Swivka, a rather unusual no approach there, but it all works out just fine. I don't think he was off the floor, or much off the floor anyway, but the ball's recovered off the block and Mazurski gets his kill. 15 for him now. He's matching Namir step for step. Back to Takahashi's serve. First rotation then for Suntory. Namir again contorts his body to find the angle, and Swivka's really angry with himself. He thought he had this. But that's what the good players do. You think you've got your hands round the ball. You think you're going to block them. And then it's gone. 8 apiece. Yamazaki then with the serve. Wolfdogs have come out playing. They really have. And Namir imploring his players just to be relaxed, be calm. This was certainly defendable. Oh, and they're getting in each other's way there. Just players trying to contribute, but not helping. 16 apiece, Mazurski versus Namir. Sato, the ace man, doesn't do it this time. In fact, it's the Iceman on the other side that does. Denda picks himself up a third kill of the match. The blocking hasn't been kill blocking most of the time from Wolfdogs, but what Denda and Yamazaki are doing very well is slowing the ball down. They're getting hands on these Suntory plays. Oh, got hands on that one, Mizumachi, and he's thundered the overpass into the floor. And it's Namir once again causing havoc with his serving. Now remember, he gets followed by Mazurski, so this will be a fascinating part of set 3 every time those two follow each other at the line. Off the net should be Suntory's attack, and oh wow, that is just huge from Takahashi. He has ramped it up today. Out of the pipe again, it's still the go-to attack. That pipe is killing Wolfdogs' block. Really decapitated Ichikawa there. Now then, Mazurski to serve, 10 apiece. Namir's problems at the service line are restricted, and now Mazurski bringing his own heat. Second ace, no, third ace of the match for Dmitry Mazurski. He's hit that corner well. Ishikawa in for Watanabe at the moment in pass. Ernau keeps it live. Mizumachi blocked. Very good reach from the blockers. How much did Oya have to do with that one? It looks like he got quite a piece of this. Technical timeout arrives. And it's in the nick of time. It looked more like Taishi Onodera. Block number 4. Oh, where was the cover? Fukatsu and Earnout just watching. Which has not been how this game has been played. The Wolfdogs cover has been brilliant most of the time. Coaches still with their timeouts intact and both their challenges. Wolfdogs used one, but they won it, so they retain it. Now we're back to one of those serves that you feel like this has to go in. This is where Mazerski has to do something for his team. Not necessarily go for the ace, but just make Wolfdogs play the ball. He does so. The overpass is excellent. Oh, wow. Well, Oya and Taishi Onodera get away with it there because Taishi Onodera didn't really get in on that approach, but he manages to tip for space. And Alan Diamas leads the jubilant substitute celebration as Onodera finds his way to 8 points. And Valerio Baldavan has to call timeout because Suntory have taken a big step here. He'll be back to the service line before the set is over, so have no fear. Wolfdogs are not out of it yet. Namir still a threat, but Fukatsu once again in a position now where his decision-making is important. And it's easy, let's be honest, it's easy from the comfort of wherever we're watching this broadcast. And thank you for joining us here on VBTV for some more marvellous coverage from Japan. But it's easy to sit and with hindsight talk about what could have happened, what should have happened. It's the players down there on the floor that have to make these decisions in real time. And Fukatsu and Oya, more often than not, have been brilliant in that respect. Breezes it over the baseline. So the timeout finally does catch up with Mazerski, but not before he's done a bit of damage. Back to one of the men of the match right now. Taito Mizumachi is having a quite superb game. 13 points and counting. Beautiful. What a superb ace. Second ace of the match then for Mizumachi. Finds that seam between Swivka and Takahashi. Gets another go at it, more importantly. 13-12 then, Suntory's lead has once again been diminished. It's a good serve. Swivka can do nothing but hoist it high. And then gets the ball through the block somehow. Oh, Wolfdogs missing a big chance there. More experience from Swivka. Just got his hand on the ball second and forced it through. Now he'll serve. One thing we haven't seen from Swivka across these two matches is the powerful jump serve that we know he's got. It's all been finesse floaters. Is he coming with the heat now? Yes, he is. It's a good serve as well. Namir, high ball, cuts it, it's still in play. Oh, what a play from Oya. What a play from the setter. And he deliberately kept his hand this side of the net and just touched the back of the ball. That's terrific stuff. Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. And Don't the fans love it? Little suggestion there that it was invasion of space, but I think Masaki was just right. Second time out for Valerio Bardavan. And for the second time in this third set, Suntory have forced the issue. They've managed to get it out to a 3-point lead, but remember, 5 points scored by Namir on his service, including 3 aces at the back end of set 2. A 3-point lead isn't good enough with Namir still to come at the service line. This time goes off pace. Nice. Oh, it's a towering hit, but Dender's missed another one. Oh, this is so unlike him. He is so consistent when he gets a ball like that. But he's missed right side, and now he's missed across his body. 3 errors from Dender to go against his 3 points. And the 4-point lead is opened up. Well, they're using Yamazaki as a passer in that rotation, so they're not actually using the libero at that point in time against the Suivka serve. Yamazaki is a regular passer, left side player who's just having to do a job in the middle for this Wolfdogs team. So Bardavan's men mixing it up here. They're trying absolutely everything to keep this game alive. Goodness me, the power that the players hit the ball with, the echo off the Mikasa just ringing around this vast arena. Powerful stuff. Takahashi's on 13 points with that kill. 17-13 is the lead for Suntory. It's all good at the moment for the reigning champions. The one element to Onodera's game that has frustrated over the last 3 days. Serving has been a little in and out. Good pass. Takahashi gets onto the front foot. The ball given to Sato, and he's blasted it wide. They're going to have a look at this. And they're going to have to get the challenge right. Is it touch off the block, or is it ball in or out? We're going to the video on behalf of Olivier Lecard. And it is ball in or out. I don't think Kenji Sato looked convinced there. He was looking at his teammates to ask the question. And it was a mixed reaction. So Namir will return to front court shortly. He'll have those 3 front court positions to try and, at the very least, just stay in touch, and then he'll come to the service line. And that's all going to happen over the next 5 minutes or so in this third set. So Suntory have a few challenges ahead, including this particular video challenge. When Lecard's got nothing to say to his team in breaks in play like this, he's always got something to say to A, the officials, or B, to the opposing coach. All done, of course, with that beatific smile on his face. In or out then? It's in. It's in. It's him again. It's Wing Commander Suivka with the best view. He's got his volleyball goggles on today as Alexander Suivka. And Kenji Sato scores himself a 4th point. But it's a 4-point lead, and such was the break. Suntory have lost their focus a bit here. They're not sure what the rotation is and who's the next server. It's Oya. And the counter to Namir being in the front court is that Mazersky also arrives. Mazersky v Namir if the ball goes there, but that is an absolute scud. Oh dear. Well, it occasionally happens. Players play on the edge of the envelope, and that one right on the fingertips has flown into the crowd from Yamazaki. Not a point that Wolfdogs needed to lose that easily. Oh, Mazersky gets to Namir. Now, good angle. Oh yeah, defends. Mazersky gets the big hands on it for the set, and then Takahashi overcuts it. Almost looked like he ran out of ideas there. Bizarre. Four points to find for Wolfdogs. Won't win one on that occasion. Sato is getting more and more in offense from Oya. They've got his serve to come, they've got Mazersky's serve to come, both of whom have been effective. What can Run Takahashi find? Just a spinner. Namir can't beat the block. Good stacking, really good stacking. And he's done it again. Once more, no need for the flying jump set. Just hit it. And Takahashi has creamed it. He's having a golden set here. Very good blocking stack to put Mazersky against Namir and leave him left side against the right side of Wolfdogs. That worked a treat. Just keep an eye on Mazersky again, see where he goes on the net. Yeah, he's stayed middle this time, back to his old job. That's where he used to play for the Russian Federation. Until that momentous game in 2012, the Olympic final in London, when he was switched from middle to opposite. And Namir's not indulging in any chat, he's just stood there with the challenge signal raised. Baldovan didn't have much of a role to play there, and you know, you can't just say I want a challenge. You have to specifically request something, and they've requested the video technician to look at block touch. Well, they've got it right so far in this match, Wolfdogs, with regard to their challenges. They've been spot on. And they've got it right again. Look at that. Pinging off the fingertips of Kenji Sato. Mizumachi does his team another favour. However, that's still a big dent in the scoreboard for Namir to have to repair shortly. Wolfdogs need points. Chance. And again, Namir's got it into play. Doesn't get the return ball. It's given to Mizumachi. And there's no stack this time. Mazersky stays out on the right side and puts up an absolute tower block of a stop. That is a brilliant reach. Mazersky is flying. Well, as brilliant as Mizumachi has been today, beating a world-class block like that is tough. Now, Sato going to work. No, doesn't roll over. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, seatbelts on. Because we're about to have a bit more fun at the service line with Namir. It's not much fun for the Suntory passers, I can tell you, but they are very grateful to see that one disappear. Second serve error of this third set for Namir Abdelaziz, and it's been costly, the fact that he can't contribute with the serve. 2 points away then from a big lead here. Mizerski, he hits the net too, so a little bit of rhythm being lost here by the reigning champions. Couple of serves in the net, back to back from Sato and Mizerski. It just opens them up to a bit more pressure. Mizumachi's the next man at the line. He's got a couple of aces so far. Good hit. Oh yeah, way out of system. Swivka hits it well, but Mizumachi was there. Crazy play to earn out in the middle. And Wolfdogs all over the place in that rally. They got absolutely stuck. Finishing touch applied by Ran Takahashi, and a smile has returned to his face. There was a rather pained expression at times when Wolfdogs were getting back into it in set two, but he looks happy again. And so he should be. His team have 6 set points for a 2-1 lead, and they still have one hand on that trophy. Swivka, power. Oh, that is very close to the line. But Swivka says out, and he's the man with the volleyball goggles on, so we're going to trust him. And so is his coach, Olivier Lecar. The buzzer is for a substitution. And Rivan wasn't quite ready to go there, but he's arrived just in time. So Kenta Takanashi comes in, and Rivan will be on in front court just to provide a bit more height, just getting his blocking directions there from Tino and up, who's running the show down on the net. 5 opportunities for Suntory to close it out, and the man from the bench, Captain Takanashi, has to try and serve them back into it, Wolfdogs. Oh, hello. What happened there? Probably the most bizarre ace you'll see all season. It's cut the legs off it, and it's bounced off Swivka's foot. He got so much movement on that ball, and it's complete. Great job from the skipper, his first point of the match. But the major problem is he's got to do it 4 more times just to get his team back on level terms in this third set. Suntory Sunbirds Osaka hold all the cards still here. Is this going to go to 5 today? Or is it Suntory's chance to get it over the line in 4 and book their date with destiny with Stings? Takanashi again. Again, spinner. Tricky for Swivka. Not sure why that was taken by the libero Fujinaka. This is good. This is really good from Wolfdogs. That's panicky from Suntory. Oya was easily there to set that ball, and Fujinaka, yeah, you can see him gesturing to his temples. A little brain buzz there from the libero. He'll stay out of Oya's way this time. Good serving. Oya, though, ball on his head, gives a good set to Mizerski, but they defend, and Wolfdogs score again through Namir. How smooth was that? What a beautiful swing down the line. Stroked it into play, and not for the first time in this match. Wolfdogs are going to give Suntory one hell of a scare. Good set, earn up. And with no setter on court, Fukatsu on the bench at the moment, Wolfdogs are putting on a remarkable defensive show here to keep this ball live. There's the man who's been replaced by Rivan for blocking duties. And Namir is just having a laugh with him about the fact that he was able to hit that set from Ernalt so beautifully. They just look like they're enjoying causing Suntory one hell of a lot of pain. And it will be painful right now. This is going to require some effort to get it across the line. Oya's gone to Mazersky. That wasn't put away. Where does he go this time? He's got a good pass. Goes middle. And the middle is defended. Oh, brilliant from Takanashi. Unbelievable save. But the job is finished by Swivka. Suntory lead by 2-1 in this deciding semi-final match. Well, what a game. 25-22 to Wolfdogs in the first set, 25-23 to Suntory in the second, and then 25-22 to take the advantage. Suntory are one set away from a championship final against JTech Stings Aichi and a chance to defend their SV League championship. The ability for the SV League to deliver entertainment is out of this world. The volleyball that we've watched this season has just been spectacular. And this set is certainly no exception. Is that some good volleyball or what? Great set from Ran Takahashi. He played really well in the third. Just kept driving his team on. But the one factor that allowed them to get across the line relatively easily was the fact Namir didn't bring it from the service line. 2 serve errors meant that he was unable to create that volume of pressure. And now Wolfdogs staring at an exit from the championships. They have to win set 4, Wolfdogs Nagoya, if they're going to stay in the hunt. For Suntory Sunbirds Osaka, just a single set stands between them and a place in the championship final. What a wonderful sight this is in this incredible arena. Let the fun continue. Set 4 then on the way here on VBTV, as we hope from a neutral point of view for more tremendous volleyball entertainment. It feels like Suntory have the advantage. Can they take it home? Rotations checked. Looks like it's going to be Ryota Denda to serve first for Wolfdogs. Away we go. Every set so far in this deciding match has been an individual entity. A wonderful battle, a wonderful showdown between two magnificent teams. What has set 4 got in store? Great start. Kenji Sato nails it for Suntory Sunbirds and then goes back to the line. He has 2 aces in this match, the middle blocker. Good serve, but well passed. Namir out of the back line, still has a major role to play. I think he just caught the arm of the blockers, he did. On his way to 25 points. He returns to the front court. Hideo Fukatsu, the setter, at the line. Hasn't had any effect with his serving today. And still hasn't. It's all middle from Oya. That was a brilliant set, and it was a very purposeful run from Taishi Onodera, who's just a point away from double figures now. But the benefit of those 2 middle sets for Oya means he's opening up avenues for his wing spikers now. He's opening up avenues for the pipe as well. Mazeski to serve. He goes into the net. Oh, big groan. Big groan from this crowd. They know how important that Mazeski serve can be. And up, next up. Played really well, and that's a terrific serve. Right on the head of Mazeski. And Fukatsu throws himself at the ball when it was easier to defend for the libero, Ichikawa. And it's just given Suntory a freebie. Nice finish from Swivka. He's just tried the power serve once today. I like the heat that he brings. He's such an accurate player. But he's entrusted most of his serves to the jump float. And again, Yamazaki passes. Mizumachi can't get it down against Onodera. It's not a great set for Moya. And Takahashi gets away with murder on that one. Couldn't swing at it, so just rolls it. But look at the reaction here from Namir. It's right on him. It's right on him, and he just wasn't looking. Thought that wasn't going to get deflected, and it all came as a big surprise. Takahashi gets lucky. Again, finesse serve. Good pass again. Out. That looks out. Mizumachi hit it, but it's irrelevant if it touched the block on the way. And Valerio Baldovan's challenges so far in this match have been spot on. Interesting that the blockers have not owned up. It is. It is. Oh no! Oh no! That's been called no touch. Wow. And Mizumachi has to accept his fate as Boldovan loses his first challenge. It means he's only got one left. It means Suntory are 5-2. Swievka goes again. Wolfdogs under some pressure here. Had to go to Namir. Just had to. Guess what? He's killed it. Right, I'll make that 20 points. 25 points for Namir. He remains the key to Wolfdogs winning this match. Others will contribute, but it's Namir and what he can do over the next half an hour, 45 minutes that will tell us where this match is going. And now Mazurski's missed one. Oh, goodness me. Well, that's the last thing that Suntory need for Mazurski to go off the boil. Let's see where Oya goes next time. Yamazaki off pace, easily passed. Goes middle. Fukatsu defends brilliantly. And it's another one of those crazy hits from Namir. Oh, this is so far away from textbook. But it's effective. What a get from Ernal. And a little roll shot does the rest. Wolfdogs are back in it. Very big release to Mazurski, who thinks he's managed to nail this. He thinks he's got the baseline. Referees and lines judge disagree for the moment, and Olivier Lecard is going to keep his powder dry. He doesn't want to look at this. 2 errors on the bounce from Mazurski. And Suntory thrown into a bit of turmoil here from a 3-point lead. Wheels have come off a bit. And they're very fortunate that Yamazaki obliges with an error. That was another one of those balls that you want to make your opponents play if you can. Same here for Taishi Onodera. He's contributed nothing from the service line today. He's made a lot of errors. They can do with him putting a couple in like Kenji Sato has been doing. That's a good hit. Trouble. Tight. And well played. Good recycle from Wolfdogs. And Mizumachi gets the second hit. Bang on. Suntory missed a chance. Wolfdogs, though, with a very good save. I got Mizumachi on 16 now. What a game he's having. The perfect foil to the brilliance of Namir. Here he comes. Goodness me. Well, that ball's going out, but Swievka couldn't get out the way. Important kill for Wolfdogs, this. They get it. Mizumachi's getting trusted with a lot of offense here, and he's not making too many errors. Eight, 6. Namir going to try and open up a big lead here. He just doesn't miss. So the last set, he put a couple in the net, okay? He does miss. But when it really matters, look at what he's done. That is a scary serve. That's almost unpassable. Swievka gets nowhere near it. I've got him at 6 aces now in the match. 3-point lead. There's a faint whiff of 5 sets in the air. And wouldn't that be a fitting end to what has been a dramatic semi-final encounter? It really has been top-notch. Suntory losing their way a bit here. Mizerski's gone off the boil. Namir has lit the blue touch paper again at the service line. Good timeout, coach. It doesn't always affect him. But the delay this time is followed by the error. Suntory have to go back to work now. Mizerski onto the front court, so they've got his block to rely on. Namir's going to operate out of the back line. Oh, he's got a bit of strapping been applied to his thigh in the break. Good reach. Great reach on the block, good process. And well defended by Fujinaka, it's tight. And Mizerski can't get there. Muzumachi hammers another overpass. And Suntory miss another chance to win a point. That was a good try from Dmitry Mizerski, but all to no avail. It's lovely volleyball. Now he's fired up after that swing, and that's a worry. That's a big worry. Mizerski landing quite awkwardly, and he's a heavy man. 2 meters and 18 tall, something like 115 kilos, and when that's coming down on just a single leg and you're not balanced, you can tweak a knee there, and he has tweaked it. Suntory will be hoping he's okay. And the physio's allowed to come on court and just administer a little bit of a check. First of all was the delay that just cost Muzumachi the serve. Keep an eye on Dmitry Mizerski, see how he moves the next time he's set the ball. Yeah, brilliant. Wow. Muzumachi's the go-to at the moment for Wolfdogs, and doesn't Fukatsu know it? He knows where the hot arm is, and he's giving this man a lot of ball. And he is rewarding Wolfdogs with some impressive kills. Dender puts it into play, easy pass. Pipe is the response, and this time the blockers get hands on it. They cannot stop Muzumachi at the moment. He's causing all sorts of problems. And there's another go. This time, though, the blockers read it and stop it. Sato roofs Muzumachi and ends his fabulous scoring run. You can't blame Fukatsu for going there again. But unfortunately, the blockers could see what was happening. All three sucking into that middle zone. Yeah, the movement from Mizerski was fine. Wow, this is tough. This is tough for Suntory right now. What a set. Oh, what a set. That is just brilliant from Hideyomi Fukatsu. And the man who benefits from it, Namir. Technical timeout arrives. 3-point lead then for Wolfdogs Nagoya. They've got Namir to visit the service line again after a couple of rotations. So Suntory could be put in a really difficult spot here in set number 4. Checking the rotation to see who's up next. It's amazing how some volleyball matches just seem to be dragged towards 5 sets, and the opponents seem powerless to stop it. It's like it's destiny. It's like it's written in the sand that this one's going all the way. And Suntory have got a serious fight on their hands, not only to stop it going to 5, but then to win it in 5. Because game 1 will come back to haunt them, I'm sure. Lost that 17-15. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay, Mazurski. Good tempo again. So Dima back to the line. This would be the perfect time for Dmitry Mazurski to deliver. It's a good hit, but it's a controlled hit. Burnout off the block, well used. And a little surprise element again from Fukatsu. All the money was on Namir getting the ball left side. But he just pops a little ball up to earn out and just asks the Slovenian international to do his very best, which of course he does. 13-10, and out will serve. Mazurski out of the back line. He puts so much weight through that ball. When he's got the run up, the broad jump into it from the backcourt. It must be an horrific ball to try and stop. .20 points for Dmitry Mazurski. Been rather eclipsed by Namir in the last hour or so. Swivka. Good serve, like the power. Tight, overpass is just dealt with casually. And that's not a great connection. Oh, Namir thinks he's got the block, and if he hasn't, they've wasted a big opportunity here. But if he has, it's Suntory that have wasted the chance. That connection from Oya to Taishan Adera, he doesn't run transition plays particularly effectively on Adera. Inside out, he really is aggressive, but transition, he's not as aggressive. Wow. Wow, I don't know. Now remember, they've already lost a challenge in this set of Wolfdogs. This could be big. If they lose this one, they will have no challenges left, and that could be a massive problem for them late in the set if there's a decision goes against them. Here we go. No. Right. That could be a problem for Valerio Baldovan as this set goes on. They need the refs to be absolutely onside now. Big chance missed. Suntory back in it. And Baldovan knows that his options have been limited. What a serve. What a pickup, but it's a free ball. They've got to kill this. Oh, wow. And kill it they do. Dmitry Mazurski brings the hammer. And Dima's hammer is bigger than most. Tell you what, Fukatsu's done really well to get anything on that. 13 all. He's looking mean now, isn't he? Dmitry Mazurski. This is a brilliant service run from Alexander Swivka. Off pace this time. Mizumachi passes. And it's too tight. They're going to get another swing at this. Swivka comes in, takes the set. Oh, now defends on the power from Takahashi. And that is a remarkable shot. He's come up with a bunch of stuff in today's game that is so far outside the box. And this is no difference. Great reaction. Fukatsu gets to it, and then that's so clever. Just tips it off the fingers. You show him, I'll hit him. Namir gets another one. Well on his way to 30 points again. 33 in game one, remember. Great pass. Blockers read it, but again, operating out of the pipe this time, Swivka, but the Suntory hitters are taking this ball very high and hitting it very high. And it's allowing them to just tool that block plenty. Swivka nearly to double figures, hasn't had a huge impact on the scoreboard, but it's just his influence overall. He's been a very steadying player. Taishan Adera again doesn't help his team out. This is going to be a nail-biter of a finish. Unless, of course, this man goes on a tear-up from the service line. Namir again. Big hit. Oh yeah, gets the ball live for Mazerski. That's a fantastic hit. That is a spectacular play. And a big old chase here. This is the commitment from these players. I mean, look at that from Mizumachi. He's gone into everything. $15 apiece. Namir's service is seen off by the brilliance of Mazerski. Suntory survive that one. Will they have to deal with him again? If the scoreboard turns over quickly, they will, and they're going to have to deal with him in the 20s. And that could be a horror show for Suntory. Good kill from Denda. 4 kills, 3 errors at the moment from him. It's Mizumachi's turn. Hit it in the net last time after a long break, but there's rhythm ahead of this serve. Nice pass. Kenji Sato read by the block. Mazerski having to work from a long way off the net. And there's his value. That's probably the area where most players in the game can't score, but he can. Almost no run up on the 3-meter line. Ball behind him, and he still gets some serious heat on it. 16 all, Suntory hanging in there. Takahashi hits Ernal. Namir takes over as the setter, didn't need to. Good reuse. Oh dear, everybody's getting in the way of Fukatsu. But somehow, Wolfdogs still manufacture a play. Denda celebrates the set, but Fukatsu is not impressed with him. Middles get available. Which is code for get out of the way. Bless them. Doesn't matter, they've won the point. Mazerski now passing, gets the return ball, slams it. And Mazerski's woken up. 24 points for Dmitry Mazerski as Alain Diamas comes in for the ace king. Sato is replaced by a man who, like Mazerski and like Namir, can go on a run. And they want him to serve aces here. Goes for it, net intervenes. That will be Diamas's last contribution to this set. Maybe to this match. It's a tough ask. That was a really tough ask for the Cuban. Out of favour. Swivka has taken over his position left side. Fukatsu to serve. Namir into the front court. Count those rotations across before Namir serves again. Lovely. That's a delicious pipe attack from Takahashi. How does he get that control on the ball? He sliced and diced it. 18s. Suntory hanging in there. They need protection against Namir's serve. Can Mazerski provide it? It's a good hit. Out of system here for Namir. Left side. Defended by Mazerski. He's going to get a swing. Oh, my goodness me. He is dialed in again. And he's delivering some ferocious attacking shots right now. Mizumachi gave it his best, but he couldn't stop it. And Dmitry Mazerski is fired up. Timeout will slow him down for the moment. And this magnificent game of volleyball continues to deliver. The series itself has been just a really fascinating watch, but this game has been the pick. The tightest contest we've had so far, with the momentum swinging back and forth. Scoreboard pressure appearing and disappearing for both teams. But this is the first sniff that Suntory have at a place in the final. Mizerski at the line. If he can get 2 or 3 more points, it might just shut Namir out of the game. The closer they can get to 25, the better. Good serve, good pass. Vakatsu saves it again. Oh, he's a genius with those one-handed sets. And Namir knew that that was a must. Absolute must. Point away from 30 for Namir Abdelaziz, but it was all because of Fukatsu's brilliance. Earn out to serve. That's a great serve, but it's a good pass. Well, passing up the option to go pipe with Takahashi steaming in. Onodera gets the job done. He's into double figures now, Taishi Onodera. Wasn't the most convincing of attacks either. Right, substitution. Renoniki comes in, so they've got 2 middles in front court now. 2 men over 2 meters tall, Renoniki and Taishi Onodera, along with Ran Takahashi. Blocking substitute on the back of Swievka's serve. It's another good serve, it's an overpass, but there's no setter on court. Swievka comes in and takes over, gives it back line. Earnout defends, but it's not in play. And that was a marvellously manufactured point. Suntory nearly fluffed it. But Swievka, the man with a clear head, steps up and becomes the playmaker. And his serving in set 4 has been a major boost for Suntory. It's what's given them a chance. 2-point lead. Valerio Baldovan calls what might be his last timeout of this championship season. The protection against Namir's serve is crucial for Suntory. Really, they need another point here off Swievka. And so that puts responsibility on this next serve for the Polish superstar. He's more than capable of dealing with that, but it's a big ask here. Has to deliver with Namir waiting to get to the service line. No, out. Deliberately went over the top of the block to try and hit the baseline, and he's missed it. He can't believe it. And now Suntory with a golden opportunity to get the job done in 4 sets. Again, Swievka must put it in. Puts it in with power, nearly catches Mizumachi out. Namir goes again, he's defended by Swievka. Mizerski out of the back line, is blocked. Wonderful, wonderful from Wolfdogs. Is it a lifeline? It's Namir putting it down for 30 points. Same demand for Suntory. They need to side this out for the 3-point lead. They need to nick a point if they can. But more than that, they've got to make sure Yamazaki doesn't score. Lovely serve, but just long. All risk, no reward. And that might be it for Wolfdogs. Taishi Onodera out. This again is a massive ask for Kotaro Kai. He hasn't featured as a serving substitute in this game until now, but he is reliable. The biggest side out of the season for Wolfdogs Nagoya. They must make this. They're going to get another go. The block is good, it's played on, it's out. And that might be it. Suntory now just a point away from the championship final. What a time for Masaki Oya to go to work at the net again. Stunning, stunning finish to this match. And it might be that Namir does not get to serve again. At the very best, if they side out here, he's going to serve 3 points down. He's done it, but can he do the rest? This is it. Wolfdogs' season now hangs in the balance, but it is on the shoulders of the man that has got them to this point. And Namir Abdul Aziz will go back to the service line to try and force the issue. Rivan Numukli comes in as a blocker. Fukatsu goes to the bench. No setter on court for Wolfdogs, but that doesn't matter. It's all about this man and his serve. Namir then about to go to work. Big hit. Well, they think it's arrived in the wrong place again. Well, all Mazurski had to do was put that in play. And that could have been problems for Wolfdogs, but no, into the net. Timeout called by Olivier Lacar, just to remind his players they have the advantage. It might be Namir serving, but they have the advantage here. How good has Namir been under pressure in these situations? He nearly saved it for them in set 2. Can he save it for them in set 4? If he can, it'll be amongst the most dramatic volleyball action we've seen all season. And not just in Japan, but across the board. And it's all here on VBTV. Here we go again. 2 points deficit. 2 match points for Suntory. Namir to serve. A wry smile from Takahashi. He knows what's coming. Brilliant hit. Swings it off the floor. Mazurski gets there. Out of nowhere. It's immediately challenged. But have they got a challenge left? I don't think they've got a challenge left. Oh no, referee's given it. So it'll have to be a challenge from Suntory to see if this is legal. But he's got big old feet as Dmitry Mazurski, and he might just have stepped on the attack line. It's all about whether this is legal. Was his foot behind the line when he took off? Or was his foot on the floor when he made contact? Let's have a look at this one. Well, game 1 finished on a challenge, and a dramatic one at that. Namir clipping the ball past the block and onto the line. And the video proved that the outside covering of the Mikasa had touched the outside of the white line on the show court. Wolfdogs won it. Now a place in the final. At the moment, is reliant on which way this one goes. The referee, with the presence of mind to realise that I don't think Wolfdogs had a challenge left, so gives the decision against Suntory to force the issue to the video. And if he's touched the line, oh, he has. He has. Dmitry Mazurski's put his foot on the 3-metre line. And Suntory have another point. One more point to decide it. Wolfdogs Nagoya are piling the pressure on. Namir then. Can he ace it? Yes, he can. Unbelievable. Namir is the hero for Wolfdogs, yet again. Cometh the hour, cometh the man, and he's crunched it past Fujinaka. 2 clear points required. Namir to keep going. Off the net, it's passed. Can they kill it? Yes, they can. Match point number 4 for Suntory. Well, how good has Namir been in this fixture? Under pressure. Ice cool. But just couldn't quite get Wolfdogs there on that visit. Suntory to serve. 25 points to 24. Mazurski's into the front court. That works fine for Suntory. Oya serves. Oh, you're kidding me. That is going to sting. 4 match points saved by Wolfdogs. The crowd on the edge of their seats collectively. And this man can also serve. Musamachi has had a great game. Brilliant hit, gave it everything. Mazurski out of the left side, is blocked. Chance for Wolfdogs. Not taken. Earnout's missed it. He can't believe no block has touched that. Oh, this is tough. This is very, very tough. Yeah, Baldovan is able to challenge, so the two-touch rule, the two-challenge rule, not applied here. I thought he lost his first challenge in this set, Baldovan. But there we go. Obviously allowed another look. I'm not sure they're going to get it this time. It doesn't get more dramatic than this in a volleyball match. It really doesn't. This is something else. And we are once again left in a situation where, if the challenge goes the way of here we go. Oh, that's just pinged the index finger of Ran Takahashi, and Tine Earnout has got his point. Wolfdogs Nagoya, incredibly, have set point. From 3 down, they can win the set. They can keep this match alive. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And Namir saying you can't give a red card now. He's given a red card. You are kidding me. Oh, no. This whole game has just fallen down around Wolfdog Nagoya's ears. And Tine Earnout's celebration has produced a red card from the referee. That is a sanction on the scoreboard. And it's just blown this whole match apart again from Wolfdog's point of view, and Namir can't believe what he's watching. Oh dear, oh dear. This could be another red card. If it's another red card, it's game over. It's game over. It's game over. You just can't do that. Oh dear. And this is just going from bad to worse for Wolfdogs Nagoya. Their discipline under severe pressure has caught up with them. And Namir's season can't be allowed to finish like this. It would just be so sad. This is unbelievable stuff. And from absolute joy for this Wolfdogs team at saving the day, it looks like the indignity of the scoreboard about to change in favour of Suntory. It's gone silent here. The crowd can't believe what they're witnessing. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh, wow. Referees are going to take a little while to sort this out, but it's not going to be good for Wolfdogs. Well, the rules are there. You can't celebrate through the net. You can't be aggressive towards your opponents or officials. If you do it, you're done for. Now, what is the final decision? Have they decided it's one red card? Fukatsu has to make absolutely sure of his rotation here. Unbelievable. Oh. Well, they're still talking about it, but Wolfdogs are still in the match. They thought they'd been red carded out of the game. They survived. 26 all.
ただいまのプレーについて説明いたします。ウルフドッグズ名古屋チームからのチャレンジは成功で得点となります。ただしマナーについて違反がありましたので反則が与えられ得点は26対26でゲームを再開いたします。
Situation being explained to the crowd by our technical delegate. Wolfdogs have got to do it all again, but you know what? Namir's going to have the bit between his teeth now. They feel aggrieved. This has got to go in. Takahashi spins it. Good pass. Namir whacks it out of play. Oh, no. 27-26, Suntory. Match point number 6. Again, Takahashi has to put it in with pressure. Where does Fukatsu go? Is it back to Namir? Spinner, tough one. Out of system, Namir can't get there. Here's the chance to win the game. Swifka does it. And Suntory are on their way to the championship final against Stings with a dramatic 3-1 victory. A game of volleyball to live long in the memory. The return of Alexander Swivka to the starting lineup. A huge boost over the last 2 games. Diamas, who was substituted for him, is in there amongst the celebrations. 28-26 in the 4th